Dead meme.
Alright guys, I would like to show you one of my favorite mod packs for Minecraft. It's called Sevtech Ages. It's basically, you start as a caveman and you work your way up to the space age. There's a whole bunch of mods and whatnot that get unlocked on the way that kind of aid the experience. It's a very, very interesting mod pack. What I would like to do though is, as you can see, I've started a little bit here, just kind of refamiliarizing myself with the game. I'm going to take you through pretty much all of the achievements, especially down the purple line here, where that causes you to advance to the next tech age. So I'm going to show you exactly how all of these things function, how to get the achievements. When the complicated machines roll around, like the mill or the electricity generation, I'll build it with you. I'm going to show it to you step by step. As well as that, I'm going to have my game play with a few people who are already on the server. We're going to kind of run parallel series. I'm going to play a little bit, record, show you what we're getting up to in the world, and I'm going to do this tutorial thing on the side as we move to those stages of the game so that anyone following along, or if you just want to skip straight to that sort of stuff, it's ready to go. So I hope you guys join me, and see you again real soon. All right, so we're literally starting from the beginning. So if you push L, it will call up uh, the advancement board, and these are the achievements you need to acquire on this line in order to advance to the next stage. These unlock various tools and power-ups and things like that. So what's the first thing we need to do? It's very simple. You're going to punch 3 grass, and that would give you the achievement. So the next logical step then would be this guy, mesh your flint. So I've got one built, but I'm going to show it to you. You're going to take sticks and that plant twine that you made, but I don't need 2. But we need to cover quickly how to get sticks. In the early ages of the game, you'll be unable to cut down a tree, at least in the normal fashion. It'll just break and you won't get anything. So you can find sticks on the ground that kind of look like that. You can left click on them. Or you can punch leaves and get a few that way. So we're going to move on to the next step. The next step, we're going to need some flint. The best place to look for flint, at least in this state in the game, seems to be rivers. But sometimes there are jerks in rivers, so just keep that in mind. I'm probably going to get bitten, but here we go. So I got a few pieces of gravel. We're going to be unable to get the flint out of it without this mesh that we made in the last section there. All right, so we've got our flint, and we're going to move on to crafting the very first tool. Well, we might as well do it. We're right here. Find yourself a rock. I feel the natural ones seem to work the best. Put the flint in hand and left click over and over, like individually. Don't hold it down until they break. You can get yourself some plant twine, a stick, and a piece of that flaked flint, and that will give you the hatchet. So that means we've covered this and this. So we'll be back. All right, so you've made a flint axe. The most logical progression step now is to get yourself a tree. Of course, I've already done it. Basically, now we can cut down trees. We get access to logs at this stage. This tree is going to be hideous, and I don't feel like cutting it all down. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a few of the first stations built here. So if you look at the crafting window here, you don't get planks when you put oak logs in a crafting window. You get this device. You get the chop block. So we'll just make one to show it to you. And the crafting table, this is the 3x3 grid. You're going to acquire it by doing this. And we might as well make one because we will eventually break it. It has durability. So while we're looking here, we've covered this, the chop block, and the stump. So chop block, stump, and you get a crafting rock with it. So if you need more crafting rocks, or you need rocks in general, because you will for the next blueprint, or the next crafting method, these rocks on the ground, they look like this. This is the method that's available to collect them at the moment. You click on them, and they pop immediately, like that. That means you're good to go. If you click on it and it doesn't break immediately, just leave that rock there. It's important for later. But we're going to move on to crafting the first box. There we go. So we're going to build this. And of course, if we want to see the blueprints for anything, or the recipe for anything, we can just type it in down here, push R on it up here. So we need a rock in the middle and some planks along the side. So how do we get this wood? There we go. So just like the flint, put it in there, left click on it a bunch of times. You need to individually left click. Holding it down will not work. You'll just pick up the block. All right. So you just kind of right click and drop them into the slots. Pick up the crafting rock, hold down right click. And there you go. And that will cover a place to keep my stuff. So this treasure box works a little strange. You have to kind of manually dump stuff in it. Not ideal. There's an advanced version of treasure box, like similar to what we're more accustomed to. It's unlocked a little bit later down the road. We'll cover that when we get there. All right, so our next goal, at least I think it should be, acquiring a flint pickaxe. So we'll do this once again. Flint pick. There we go. So some plant twine, some flaked flint, and we'll need the 3x3 grid. If you remember, when you punch grass, you get the grass fibers. And if you do this, you get the twine. But onto the crafting station. So we'll need 2 of these. 1 of those. And some sticks. Same as last time, pick up the crafting rock and hold down right click. There you go. If you're running low on sticks and you feel like you can sacrifice some planks, this is another option. But we're going to move on to the next thing. All right, so we've gotten to the point where we can make this Stone Age tool with that flint pickaxe that we built. I just went and punched the earth and got myself 4 cobblestone. So we're going to move on to the stone pickaxe. So just like the vanilla version, I'm sure you can figure it out. And there we are. So the upside to the flint pickaxe, or the stone pickaxe rather, is how easy it is to repair. So we'll go down here. We'll take some durability out of it. And I'll take my little bit of cobblestone and I can refresh it without having to build a new one. So the stone tools are very, very useful for regenerating the durability of for your items. You can fix them. So I think that this is a good spot to end the progression list. I'm going to cover this one and a little bit more of this tomorrow, maybe sooner, depending on how well things are going, and some other people are joining the server, so we'll have that playthrough on the side as well. So we'll just do a brief recap. You'll need these stones. You'll find them in the world. They look like this. You'll find sticks in the world. They look like that. They're under trees. You can murder leaves to get them. You can punch grass to get the various forms of plant fiber, which can be spun into the plant twine. If you smash this flint on some stone, you'll get flaked flint, which is required to craft the tools. Place the items that you wish to see crafted. See, I wish to craft a stone shovel. In this, like a 3x3 grid, get the crafting rock, and there you go. So those are the primary things that we learned. At least I feel that we should recap. I'll see you all again real soon.